men's basketball series that dates back to 1975 continues tonight in Rhode Island's capital city. UConn and Providence meet for the 63rd time, the first in Providence since 2013. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Subaru of New England, and headlines off the top for the Huskies. No Dorka Juhas tonight. She will not play in tonight's game. A day-to-day foot injury will sideline her. Aaliyah Edwards back into the starting lineup. For the Friars, Janae Crooms, a transfer from the Big Ten who's come back home, is the headline player for Providence. Gino Auriemma looking to get his 1,132nd win in his 37th season as the Huskies head man. And Jim Crowley on the Providence side of things, in his 25th year overall, his 6th year heading the Providence program. Friars coming in 9-10 on the season, 4-6 in the Big East. Huskies 12-4, 7-0 in the Big East. And playing in Alumni Hall on campus tonight and ready to go. With Megan Como, Alan Bestwick, Maria Marino joins us shortly. Huskies in the road national flag blues. Providence in the home whites. And Nelson Adota wins the tip. We're underway. And Aaliyah Edwards, who gets the first points of the ball game.
Makes her presence felt immediately.
Kylie Shepard handles the ball for Providence, #1. One of the freshmen on this squad. She's been an impact player for Providence so far. From Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's Crooms. Alyssa Geary, the senior from long range. No, Nelson Adota on the rebound.
Bad communication defensively. UConn lucky that didn't go in.
Nelson Adota defended by Connecticut's Mary Baskerville. Williams finds space, gets it to go. No foul, but the bucket.
Wow, how about that? In and out. They couldn't have been more down, but it popped out.
Shepard, no.
Terrific cut by Shepard.
Into Nelson Adota. Works into traffic. Ball's on the floor. Turnover.
Really good help defense in there by Scott.
Here's Geary, defended by Edwards. The senior from the Chicago area will draw the foul.
She went in there pretty physically. I thought Edwards was doing a pretty good job defending, but they're missing that young lady here tonight.
So a right foot, Dorka wearing a boot on it today, and will miss this game. Injury described to us as day-to-day, but she on the end of the bench with Paige Beckers as the injury hits keep on coming for this UConn team. So Alyssa Geary, only player to start all 19 games this season for Providence. They too have been hit by the injury bug throughout the season. Gets them both to go from the free throw line. From outside, Ducharme, no. Rebound is loose. Baskerville will come up with it for the Friars. Mariah Scott with the ball. Again, another one of the freshman recruits on Jim Crowley's squad. Baskerville guarded by Nelson Adota. Geary with the long pass to Crooms for 3, no.
You notice Providence doesn't go into offensive rebound. They run back to not give up any transition buckets.
Well, their mindset is one of defense, and their statistics show it. There's Edwards guarded by Geary. Williams pass almost too high for Ducharme. Defended well there by Scott, and a UConn turnover again. Here's Shepard running. The kick, Geary couldn't handle the pass. Crooms finds room all the way to the rim.
Nice strong take by Crooms. What a difference she has made since transferring in here this year.
Two-point Providence lead, 3 minutes into the ball game. Williams into Nelson Adota. Will get fouled on the way up. Be the first on Baskerville. We talked about Providence and Jim Crowley's defense being the thing, he said they want to play a lower possession game. And tonight they want to keep UConn in a half-court game.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that all year. UConn doesn't traditionally, certainly without Paige Beckers, they don't love the half-court game because they haven't done it very well. They've worked on it. They're getting better. They would prefer up and down. Run the ball.
Transition points. So Nelson Adota good on both free throws, and we're tied at 4. All the way to the rim. Shot won't go. Nelson Adota fights for the rebound. Shepard had the miss. Nelson Adota will take it all the way in and get the second foul on Baskerville.
And I thought the whistle was late. She was clearly fouled. Good strong take by Nelson Adota. Yeah, there was contact with the body.
So quick foul trouble for Enfield, Connecticut's Mary Baskerville. And she is quickly substituted. Emily Archibald in, 33 for the Friars, and into the ballgame of Ina Westbrook for Nika Mule, who goes to the bench early. And Nelson Adota back to the free throw stripe. And makes them both again. Last 4 UConn points from the free throw line. Edwards tried to block the inbound attempt by Shepard. The turnaround shot misses. Good rebound by Aaliyah Edwards. Huskies run. Here's Westbrook. She'll have to slow it down. Good retreat by the Providence defense. Ten to shoot for UConn. Ducharme called for the ball, missed the effort. Edwards fighting for the rebound. That'll be a tied-up ball. Possession arrow will send it to Providence.
Good aggressive play inside by Edwards.
Yeah, Providence will get the ball in the possession arrow. Sorry.
Good effort by Edwards to track that down. Good hustle. And there by Shepard to force that jump.
Janae Crooms. It's quite the story for Providence. Here she drives on Westbrook. Gets cut off. Good help defense by Ducharme. Nelson Adota picks up the loose ball. All the way to the rim. Doesn't get it to go. Shepard tries to get by Kristen Williams. Williams blocked. Shepard got the rebound, feeds it out to Archibald. That does not fall. Rebound, fought for. Kristen Williams comes away with it. That won't fall.
Didn't we just come from a hockey game? Doesn't this feel like a hockey game?
Yeah, the hockey game was 2-0.
This isn't much more.
Under, doesn't go, but does draw the foul. So timeout as we are already midway through quarter number 1 here in Providence. Close one between the Friars and the Huskies. The snowy scene in Providence and Alumni Hall on the campus of Providence College, where the Friars and the UConn Huskies are locked in a close one halfway through quarter number 1. And a good evening to you, Alan Bestwick with Megan Cuomo. Off the last-second decided affair Wednesday night in Chicago at DePaul. What do you want to see from the Huskies tonight against Providence?
Well, it'd be nice if they could score a little bit. You got to give credit to Providence. But, to me, this whole experience reminds me of what this whole season has been for UConn. I mean, think about it. They're dealing with more COVID than they thought. Injury, transfers, snowstorm yesterday. They drive up here today. They're starting slow, and I'm not shocked.
Yeah. Let's quickly get our first report from Maria Marino, presented by Toyota. Maria?
Thanks, Alan. UConn freshman Caroline Ducharme has been praised by Coach Auriemma for her demeanor and her ability to stay even-keeled. But she told me it hasn't always been like that, and she's come a long way throughout her career. Nowadays, Coach talks a lot about next play mentality, so making sure that one bad play doesn't turn into multiple or a bad stretch doesn't become a bad quarter. She says you just gotta have short-term memory, and that certainly helped her in the win over DePaul.
Certainly did, and certainly one of the best traits of the most successful athletes. Quickly move to the next play.
How about you get to our ages and you forget a lot of stuff.
So here's Janae Crooms. Local prep star, St. Andrews School. Went off to the Big Ten, a couple schools there. Has come back home to Rhode Island with a couple years of eligibility left. Daisy Fudd into the ballgame now for the Huskies off the timeout.
And this team is becoming Crooms' team. Jim Crowley loves it.
Providence defense packing into the paint. 6 to shoot. Ducharme floats one.
The savvy play by the freshman. She's been, don't want to force that three, but do something different. Put the ball on the floor. Make the defense adjust. Really smart play.
Not a brilliant shooting game to start for either team as Crooms works inside, double teamed. Still gets the shot up, then it falls.
Wow, how about the strength there by Crooms to get that ball up in traffic.
Aaliyah Edwards didn't see a lot of time in the ballgame at DePaul the other night. Back in the starting lineup today. There's Westbrook for three.
What a way for Avina Westbrook to come in and make a statement on this game. Knocking down that three was huge for her team right now.
Huskies by 4. Crooms guarded by Kristen Williams. Olivia Olsen inside. Archibald will put it up, and the foul will be called.
Yeah, no, I don't believe there was a foul call. I think that was a clean block by Westbrook. 2 impact plays there from the senior.
Geary, no. Westbrook again, almost had the rebound. It fell out of bounds.
What I love about this block from Westbrook, she came from the other side. See? Left her feet. Did more of a distraction than anything, but she did touch the ball.
There's Aaliyah Edwards to knock away the inbound pass.
Good active hands in the passing lane by Edwards.
Let's follow it up on the as the officials huddle for a second. Follow it up on the comment. Aaliyah Edwards didn't see much playing time at DePaul the other night. She's back in the starting lineup in this one and is being very energetic. I think Mark Resch is looking to have, so we're in Alumni Hall in Providence, and all the spectators to get to their seats literally walk along that sideline, and you can, from all of the salt and so on out in the parking lots from the 2 feet of snow they had here yesterday, the end line is a little slippery, and it looks like some of that's been tracked onto the playing surface as well.
Yeah,
look at all the salt.
the salt. Nice pair of shoes, too.
This fashion moment brought to you by Nugget Co-op. Yeah, so it's tricky.
Little elbow grease is all you need.
Behind that mask may be the new athletic director here at Providence, Steve Napolillo.
That's a good sign for things to come.
Just
the boss willing to get his hands dirty and work. I love it.
Pick up the mop. That's great. Shot clock in single digits. Step back for 3. Rattles around and in. Janae Crooms.
UConn couldn't play any better defense And Crooms, what a tough shot from the top of the key. Gets this raucous crowd pretty excited.
8 points already for Crooms in this one. Kristen Williams for 3. Huskies answer right back. And that one went in.
That's the way to silence the crowd. I mean, think about, look at that. I mean, Williams can't guard that any better. That's just a tough shot by Crooms.
Gracie Fosa, 2 into the ball game for Providence. Puts the shot up. No. Azzi Fudd on the rebound. Fudd with a spectacular return to action in Chicago on Wednesday. Kicks to Westbrook. Now with 15 to shoot, Davina Westbrook will set the play. And a foul called in the paint. That is going to be on Olivia Olson, the freshman from upstate New York. She'll pick up the foul, and then she'll pick up the trip to the bench for Providence.
And she's been such a great spark off the bench for Providence this season. At 6'3", they need her out there against UConn.
Leah Edwards also to the bench for UConn. Fudd for 3. No. Nelson Adota with the offensive rebound. Westbrook for 3. No. Kristen Williams fights for the ball. But Janae Crooms comes away with it.
Good hustle by Williams. Just out-hustled there by Crooms.
Ifosa. A long cross-court pass to Lauren Sampson, 15 into the ballgame for Providence. Knocked away from Ifosa. And that'll get knocked out of bounds. That's Audrey Cook. Kristen Williams diving into the Husky bench, trying to find that ball.
Really good active hands there by Williams. And then you see she carried it out of bounds.
She threw it up to try and save it inbounds and hit right off the face, I think, of Caroline Ducharme.
And then Jamel Elliott there to pick her up.
Westbrook will knock the inbound pass off the hands of Shepard, and it'll be UConn's ball.
Just, you know, I think Davina Westbrook has come in and made so many exceptional plays here. Just a savvy, smart play, knocking it off. The Providence player and Shepard, she's knocked down to 3, played good defense.
In a season that she's had her struggles at times, Davina Westbrook bringing the energy tonight. Nelson Adota cut off. Another shot at it, knocked away from her. That was reached in by Mariah Scott, and here come the Flyers with the ball. Kylie Shepard. Outside, Cook cut off. Scott again. Over Nelson Adota, no, wildly missed. Fudd there for the rebound. Kristen Williams with a very quick first step.
If UConn can get the ball up in transition, they can score. You see it right there, but if they let Providence get in that half-court set, they've made it very difficult to execute.
Largest lead of the ball game for the Huskies at 5. Time running down, and the end of quarter number 1. Jim Crowley sets the play. Here's Sampson, defended by Westbrook. 10 to shoot. Shepard steps back over Nelson Adota. No. 3 to shoot. Ball goes through Sampson's hands. She'll be harassed by Ducharme, and that will set the shot clock to expiring. They may be checking to see if there's any time left on the clock in the first quarter. Official Mark Resch headed over to the timers table. Corey Chambers, Sarah Williams also officiating the game. Okay, so 1.1 at the time the shot clock hit 0. perhaps as much as 1.3. Part of the problem is that they haven't announced that the quarter's not over yet in any significant way, so the spectators are
walking on the court,
heading for the restrooms and the concession stands and so on. Good crowd here tonight. A game originally supposed to be played downtown at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. With all of the weather issues, moved here and moved from 11 a.m. this morning to 7:30 at night, and a pretty good crowd here at Old Alumni Hall, a place I know you had some great games between Connecticut and Providence.
Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Providence was an outstanding basketball team, and we were just trying to come up and be competitive, and we had some great battles with them.
All right, so Corey Chambers rotated out of the huddle.
She said, I'm done.
And Sarah Williams rotated into the huddle. And we believe there to be about 1.3 seconds left in quarter number 1. All right, they're going to say the period's over. Okay.
All righty then.
So it's the end of 1. UConn has a 5-point lead, 15-10. Kristen Williams has been certainly the star of this first quarter for UConn. UConn as we get ready to start the second quarter here at Alumni Hall in Providence. Como's Court Vision is brought to you by Yale New Haven Health. Meg?
Well, let's take a look at what AZ Fudd means to this team and the difference she has brought since she came back into the lineup against DePaul. She pushes the ball out on the break, looking to score, looking to attack, gets it to Williams, who attacks. I just think the presence of Fudd gives Kristen Williams so much more confidence, as well as the rest of her teammates. And Providence, that was one of the few fast break layups that they've given up, or points in transition. But Fudd is a big difference. Why? Had an outstanding appearance on Wednesday.
So Huskies inbound the ball to start quarter number 2. Notes from quarter number 1. 3-point shooting miserable for both teams. Providence overall shooting not good. There's Aaliyah Edwards. That is good.
Well, it was a terrific cut by Fudd that opened everything up, and then Edwards flashed and knocked down the open shot.
Janae Coombs is out of the ballgame for the moment for Providence. She has 8 of the Friars' 10 points. Oh, Kristen Williams just missed a steal and score. Here's Shepard. Scott. Nope, check that. That's Sampson. With the shot clock running out, gets it with the left hand.
Terrific up and under by Sampson.
Junior from Waltham, Mass. Will get a foul called. I think they're going to call out on Emily Archibald. They will call it on the freshman Archibald. 33, she will exit the game along with Sampson, so Coombs is back in. Shepard is in, Scott, Geary, and here's Nika Mule. Kristen Williams for 3 and got it.
See, she came to get that ball with a purpose and immediately knew she was going to shoot the ball.
Largest lead of the ball game again for the Huskies at 8. Shepard guarded by Mule. Fudd came over to help. Shot clock into single digits again. Scott got that to go. That's a 3. Mariah Scott, the freshman from Holden, Massachusetts.
And they're happy to have her back. She missed the first 7 games with injury.
Leah Edwards trying to post up the smaller player. Steps through. She'll get called for travel.
You know, it's always unfortunate when a kid tries to make an unselfish move. Because she saw, watch 32 on the top. She saw her coming down. She saw her teammate open. Either shoot the ball or pass it before the double is on its way.
Crooms blocked by Nelson Adota, but they'll call a foul.
It did look like her left hand came down a little bit. Look at, I mean, Crooms is so tough. Yeah, she got her with the left arm. Crooms, yeah, Crooms is only 5'10". All Nelson Adota has to do is just put her arms out, make her shoot over you.
So Nelson Adota to the bench with 2 fouls. Remember, no Dorka Juhas tonight for UConn. And Janae Crooms continues to dominate what scoring Providence has gotten.
Well, she's made such an impact on this team after transferring in. A great kid, has a tremendous competitive spirit. And this is becoming her team, which is tough to do in a short amount of time.
Just barely into the second quarter, she's in double figures in scoring.
A great leader to the young kids. Flood just got a little tangled up there. That's a little bit of her inexperience.
Duchamp got it up to the rim somehow. Edwards got the offensive rebound and one.
And a lot of the people in this very small gym are saying Duchamp walked on the initial shot. Let's take a look. A step. I thought it was a good play.
She is very good at that, Caroline Duchamp, using her length.
That little step through.
Yep.
And just, you know, no box out from the white jersey inside. Alyssa Geary, just tremendous hustle by Aaliyah Edwards, just wanted the ball.
Daisy Flood to the bench. Avina Westbrook back in. And Aaliyah Edwards adds the extra. It's a football day. I can call it the extra point, can't I?
Sure.
Husky's been very good from the free throw line tonight. Here's Shepard. Crooms. Lost the ball. I hear a whistle.
Yeah, it was a late whistle, and it was a foul. It wasn't a smart reach-in with the right arm by Mule. Watch, it was the wrong hand, number one. Look at her with the right hand. Of course it's going to be a foul.
Yeah. And a spill to go for effect. That's her first. Here's Geary with Edwards defending. And now Shepard. Friars hanging right with UConn in this one. Geary works Edwards. Spins to the left. High glass, no. Kristen Williams, excellent rebounding.
Good defense there by Edwards.
Duchamp. That won't go. An errant three. Try to use the screen of Aaliyah Edwards to get a clear look at it. Geary feeds a cutting Crooms underneath.
What a pass from Geary, the 6'4" senior.
12 points for Janae Crooms. UConn lead is down to just 4. Duchamp gets the ball knocked away by Crooms, who's out ahead of the pack.
It's fitting she gets the layup. She created the turnover on the other end.
And the lead is 2. Mika Mule. Now hands back to Duchamp. They're going to call her for a travel.
Her feet did slide on the floor. It might be from the sole.
Slippery when wet. Gino quickly taps Daisy Flood on the leg and sends her into the game for Duchamp. And the Huskies up to 8 turnovers now in the ball game. Shepard working on Mule. Edwards got a hand on the ball, but that left the lane wide open. Archibald picked up the ball and went right to the rim. The freshman from Kennebunk, Maine. That's her first basket of this ball game.
Another good cut by Flood.
Kristen Williams for 3.
Kristen Williams, a different player at this point in the season than she was just a mere 2 weeks ago. So much better.
That's 10 for Williams. Crooms would get fouled on the floor by Kristen. And that brings us to the halfway point of quarter number 2. Kristen Williams, 4 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 2 from long range, including that one. Hanging right with the Huskies. Turnovers have been the problem for the defensive-oriented philosophy for the Friars this year. They've only turned the ball over twice, and that player, Janae Crooms, look at that scoring line.
She's having an outstanding game, and she's doing it on both ends of the floor, playing well defensively and then very efficient on the offensive end.
Huskies have turned the ball over 7 times. Providence has gotten 10 points off those turnovers. Shepard will take a step. That's something that players are still adapting to. That when you catch that ball and you make that stutter move, that's now going to be very strictly called a travel. Because we get about, what, 8 of them a game call?
Oh, makes the game unwatchable.
Westbrook for 3. No. Gets in and fights for the rebound, but collides. I think she collided with Aaliyah Edwards. Here's Crooms again. This is Lauren Sampson for 3. That doesn't go. And Nelson Adoda on the rebound for UConn. Nelson Adoda, Westbrook, Edwards, Williams, and Fudd, the 5 on the floor for the Huskies.
Edwards is getting bumped inside.
That double team, kicked it back out to Fudd, saved it.
Look, what is UConn running offensively right now? Not much.
Oh, wow, Nelson Adoda fouled hard on the floor. That'll be Gracie Fosa called for the foul.
The sagging man-to-man that Providence plays makes it very difficult for UConn to execute their offense. And really good patience and poise. Crooms thought she was going to go up and block the shot. Smart play there by Nelson Adoda.
So UConn gets a 20-second shot clock to inbound the ball, leading by 3. Kristen Williams will get fouled. That'll be Janae Crooms with her first foul of the ball game.
Crooms doesn't agree with it. She thought she got a clean block. I thought it was a late whistle.
So Kristen Williams, the only Husky in double figures in scoring to this point. 4 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 2 from three-point range. With 2 rebounds and an assist and a block. And gets 1 of the 2 from the free throw stripe for the Huskies. That is the first free throw UConn has missed all game. Archibald floats one through.
First zone defense we've seen out of UConn here tonight.
Well, there's a buzz in this little building tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, it's full.
Kristen Williams trapped, gets the ball knocked away. There'll be a tied-up ball. And
right
that will
now,
go over to the Friars.
Providence is just playing with a different energy.
Aren't they?
And then to pick up the ball there when you see the double team coming, just not a smart play.
So see if this Husky defensive set can slow down Providence a little bit. Here's Nariah Scott driving, cut off. Gets the bailout. Crooms defended by Fudd. Westbrook intercepts the long pass attempt.
Good possession defensively with that zone 2 times in a row for UConn.
Nelson Adoda trying to post up inside. Defended by Geary. Steps away. And will get the bucket. Geary went down to the floor and comes up holding her shoulder. And a whistle. And the teams are being sent to their bench which means that the officials are going to go review something. And we're about to find out what that something is. All right, so Sarah Williams informs us they're looking for an unintentional and unobserved intentional foul. Unobserved intentional foul.
Nothing that I see. I thought it was a really strong move by Nelson Adota.
Yep. But we don't get the final say in this, do we?
No, we don't get any say, actually.
All right, well, now the referee rotation to confirm what was seen. A year ago, these two teams only played one time. Providence was within one of UConn at the end of one. And then UConn blew away in the second quarter and third quarter to wind up winning that game 87-50. We have a decision.
Nothing incidental contact.
And that's certainly the right call. All right, so Nelson Adota to the bench. Fudd, Williams, Edwards, Ducharme back on the floor, along with Westbrook for UConn. That's a long one from Mariah Scott. It doesn't go. And it remains a 6-point Husky lead. Ducharme gets her second basket of the night, and a timeout called by Providence. Caroline Ducharme spent a while on the bench after missing 6 of her first 7 shots in this game, but has impacted the game quickly now.
Well, you see Edwards at the top of the key with the good pass. You know, a really nice cut by Ducharme. There have been a lot of good cuts that they have missed throughout the game. Nice find by Edwards.
Coming up, Gary Apple and Kara Walters have all the first half highlights and analysis on the UConn Women's Basketball Halftime Show presented by Dunkin'. .232 left to go in quarter number 2 before we hear from Gary and Kara. So Providence will inbound the ball from its end line as play resumes after the review. Coombs guarded by Fudd. Geary puts it up. No. Good rebound position there by Ducharme. Huskies have hit 3 of their last 4 shots. They're on an 8-0 run. Minute 58 to go from outside. AZ Fudd for 3.
Well, and Shepard fell, got tied up on the screen, so Fudd was wide open. That's a backbreaker against a defense that has played really well all half.
Geary looked to shoot, looked to pass. Now here's who else? Janae Coombs. She'll kick it out to Geary. Gets a step away from Fudd, cut off by Westbrook. Shot clock down to 5. From long range, that was Geary. She missed it. Fudd with the rebound. Fudd works off a screen from Edwards. And takes a 3 that's short. Oof, that was going to be a big collision by the side. Who gets the ball? That'll be off Providence, be UConn's ball.
In the previous possession, you watch Aaliyah Edwards sets a screen, and then Shepard just fell. She ran right into the screen. You got to get your body sideways and slide through. And Fudd made her pay.
And Aaliyah Edwards is solid.
I wouldn't want to run into her.
All right, so 20 seconds to shoot for UConn. Ducharme works her way to the rim, and the right-hand turnaround goes.
Just a savvy basketball play from the freshman who plays well beyond her years.
6 points now. 13-0 run for UConn. Has broken this game open in the second quarter just a little bit. Kroom steps back. Glass, no. Edwards taps the rebound. It'll go to Providence. Here's Krooms again. About a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Geary guarded by Edwards. Goes through a screen, and the shot goes off the rim, and time will expire in the second quarter. Aaliyah Edwards was the one that hit the deck off that screen, but the shot wouldn't go, and so UConn, after being played point for point by Providence, uses a 13-0 run at the end of the second quarter to pull away.
Hey, Gino, a long time since you took a bus up on game day. Do you think that had anything to do with the slow start? But you finished on a nice run there to end that quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I mean, between, you know, not being able to practice yesterday because of the snow and taking a bus up here today, and then, you know, bus wouldn't start leaving the hotel, so we had to get vans to come over and get us. And so, yeah, it's been a real adventure. But, you know, that's no excuse for some of the stuff that we do. But, yeah, we made a good run at the end. And, you know, we just got to make sure that we keep flowing on offense. You know, we get stuck. The ball gets stuck. And, you know, when the ball moves, we're in good shape. When it doesn't, and then we're not in good shape.
I like the way with Fudd's presence, Kristen Williams seems to play even better.
Well, yeah, you know, they're not going to give us too much inside. So our big guys, you know, we're trying to get them to be ball handler screeners and, you know, give Azzi and Kristen an awful lot of opportunities to shoot the ball. You know, just got to knock in a couple and just got a slow start. But, you know, they're not going away, these guys. They play, you know, they play hard, and they, you know, they shoot up, you know, as many threes as they can. And we just got to do a good job defensively and then get out in transition.
All right, good luck the second half.
Thanks.
So the Huskies go to the locker room with a 13-point lead on the Friars. Caroline Ducharme started one for her first six. She finished two of her last two. We're in the cozy confines of Alumni Hall on the Providence College campus on a chilly Sunday night. And the UConn Huskies lead the Friars by 13 as we get ready to start quarter number 3. With Megan Cuomo, I'm Alan Bestwick. A lot of times at the end of the first half, those interviews from Gino, we get what the Huskies didn't do well. But there were some things they did do well, especially in the last part of that second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, they attacked offensively a little bit, and I thought Kristen Williams, you know, she's leading them in scoring. I thought she played really well. But it's all about execution. So you see, she's got the ball, she passes it. Now watch, she sets a really good screen on Fudd, who cuts back. Now look at that. When you set a good screen, you often are open. There's a perfect example of it there. Now watch, Edwards passes and then goes to set a screen. What? Coming around from the corner, the nice pass. The defender falls down, Fudd knocks down the three. When they execute, they have a pretty good outcome, but Providence is in that sagging man-to-man. They pack in the lane, and they make it difficult to run your offense. You have to knock down outdoor shots.
Let's check in with Maria on the Providence side of the story at halftime.
All right, Alan, head coach Jim Crowley liked his team's effort and how they competed. He said on the stat sheet, things looked about even, except UConn made more shots than they did. But he thought their pace slowed offensively, especially off the ball. They did more standing around and watching in the last few minutes of the half. So he wants to pick that up here in the second.
Yeah, they had an incredible defensive energy for the first quarter and a half or so. Did the home team wearing white. Here's Kristen Williams.
It's hard to sustain that energy.
Ducharme for three, yes! Both sides of the rim, back up off the glass, and nothing but net.
And she's got a huge contingent of family and friends here. Excited, they're all jumped up in the crowd, excited to see her knock down that shot to start the second half.
Ball knocked away, Huskies get it.
Good steal there by Mule.
Far corner. Kristen Williams missed. Mary Baskerville back into the game for Providence. 2 quick fouls early in the first quarter. There is Kylie Shepard for 2. The freshman from Cincinnati.
And an outstanding freshman, playing better than even Crowley thought she would, just having a sensational year.
One of his freshman class he's got that he thinks is really going to impact his program. Ducharme missed that one. No Husky there for the rebound.
That was a rather quick shot.
Baskerville on the pass and roll. And will shoot free throw.
Well,
free throw.
Don't forget, Baskerville was sitting most of that first half with 2 fouls. They welcome her presence back into the game. Just a nice give and go. Nelson Goda not active enough. And then she gets fouled.
Fortunately for the Huskies, they called a foul on Caroline Ducharme. Nelson Goda has 2 already. Olivia will go to the bench. Avina Westbrook will come into the game. Really good first half for Westbrook as far as energy and impact on the game. So here is Enfield, Connecticut's Mary Baskerville in her senior season at Providence. Missed the add-on. Got the ball for going over 1,000 career points in a ceremony prior to the game tonight. Did Baskerville. Huskies run some offense. Westbrook will just step back and drain it. That's a 2.
Well, if they're not going to stop the ball and stop the shooter, you might as well shoot it.
5 points now for Avina Westbrook. Janae Crooms with the ball for Providence. She was most all of their scoring in the first half.
UConn in the 2-3 zone defensively.
Shot clock running out. A long 3 missed from Geary, but the long rebound goes to Scott. She'll pull up and drop a 2. Mariah Scott.
Yeah, nice hustle by Scott to track down that offensive rebound.
Had her best game of the season on Wednesday night at Creighton. Looking to follow it up here against UConn. Here's Leah Edwards. Now Kristen Williams. Ducharme steps in the lane. The floater won't go. Baskerville the rebound. And call that foul on Avita Westbrook. Jim Crowley, I talked to him this morning after their shoot-around, the Providence shoot-around. I said, your team looks better this year. He said, we are. If we can cut down the turnovers, we're going to be a really improved team from a year ago.
We're playing well here tonight.
Baskerville on the roll for 2.
I like their poise offensively. They're not getting rattled. Really good execution there for Baskerville to get the open look. And then on this end of the floor, they just play outstanding defense.
Mule ends up on the floor. Westbrook from outside. Whistle. And she is fouled. Alyssa Geary will get called for her second.
Not a great foul from Geary. Just go and contest.
And she was behind.
Yeah, you're not going to block it. Or don't try to block it. Just get a hand in the face.
And she was behind the three-point line when fouled. So 3 free throws for Avina Westbrook.
I guess that foul paid off.
That's something you'd expect. Westbrook, 73% free throw shooter this season.
Which isn't typically a great number, but for this team, it's pretty good this year.
She'll get 1 out of the 3. And make the lead 11.
Baskerville wanted the ball.
Janae Crooms for 3. Got it.
There was a little miscommunication defensively by UConn, and I thought Providence did a really good job of recognizing it and making them pay.
17 for the Cranston, Rhode Island native. Westbrook into Edwards. Baskerville playing with 2 fouls. Blocks the shot attempt.
What a block by Baskerville.
And Shepard. No. Fight for the rebound. It'll be Kristen Williams who comes away with it. Look at that. All 5 Friars back. 4 of them ahead of Kristen Williams. She will draw the foul.
Really good spacing, good decision-making. UConn, you see they're scrambling a little bit there. Nice shot by Crooms.
17 points in this ball game. So that was the 3rd foul on Alyssa Geary. She goes to the bench for Providence. Audrey Cook comes in, one of the freshmen. Kristen Williams steps around from the free throw line. Good.
Nice extra dribble to get around the defense to free herself up for the open shot.
13 points for UConn, number 13. Cook cut off by Mule. Huskies back in that zone defense again.
In the zone defense, you have to communicate with one another.
And Shepard was left wide open, missed the 3 though. And rebound right to Aaliyah Edwards. Mule will try to drive. Was well defended, but will draw a foul on Kylie Shepard. Kristen Williams has had the touch for the Huskies tonight. 5 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 3 from long range. 2 of her 13 points shown here. Kristen Williams leading the way on the scoreboard for the Huskies tonight.
Well, what better position to be in, right? She gets the ball back here, the handoff, going to her strong hand. Baskerville comes out to hedge, and then the lack of communication defensively by Providence. Williams does a really good job of recognizing it and burning them.
5 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 3 from long range. She's also got 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and only 1 turnover for the senior, Kristen Williams.
Having a terrific game, and I think this team misses Dorka Juhas not being able to play today. Sort of a last-minute decision.
Just joining us, Juhas with a right foot injury described as day-to-day, not long-term. Here's Nika Mule.
It just seems like there's always something that this team has got to go through.
Man, that's the story of the season, right?
Yeah, and she's sitting, there's Dorka, and she's sitting next to Paige Beckers, who's been out since early December with her knee injury. Expected to be back in the next several weeks.
But it has been a story of injuries and illness at times for the Huskies this season, like so many teams in college basketball. Crooms. That was an awkward off-balance attempt. Mule. Defended by Crooms, looking for Leah Edwards, tries to rifle it into a cutting AZ Fudd, but into traffic.
Yeah, not a smart decision there by Mule.
Shepard for 3, no, way off the mark. But streaking in was Cook to get the rebound.
A great hustle by Cook.
Audrey Cook, the freshman. Feeds the corner to Scott. No, around and out. Friars only shooting 20% from 3 in the ballgame. Aaliyah Edwards somehow saves that pass and got it up and in.
Transition bucket. It's been much easier for UConn to score in transition.
Three and a half to go. Quarter number 3 here in Providence. Scott kicks it to Crooms. Drives into 4 Huskies and finds a waiting teammate underneath. Olivia Olson, the freshman, with the bucket. Those are Olson's first points of the ball game. Ducharme tries to go it alone, has it knocked away from her. Scott on defense.
And she never gets rattled, but she looked like, oh, wait, I wasn't fouled?
Olivia Nelson-Agoda back at the scorer's table to check in for the Huskies. Here is Kylie Shepard, cut off. Finds Cook, cut off. Shepard will try again. Shot clock at 5. No. And Ducharme gets the rebound. That was some really solid defense for the Huskies. Ducharme tries to go end-to-end between 2 defenders, and she will draw contact. Let's check out your Take It to the Rim moment brought to you by Duncan.
Well, I mean, the key is, we've talked about it all game, it's transition. Look at that pass for Mule. Edwards snags it, gets a hand on it, and finishes. Ball gets up the floor so nicely in the air.
Good looking. Foul was on Olivia Olson. And here is Caroline Ducharme, the find of the season for the UConn Huskies, the freshman. Since Paige Beckers went out injured. Just showing what she can do. Averaging 17 points and just under 5 rebounds a game in that time.
And you have to take the positive out of every situation. You don't want Beckers injured, but if she doesn't go down, Ducharme doesn't get these minutes.
And of course, the game winner at DePaul the other night. Good defense by Mika Mule leads to the turnover. Edwards runs, kicks it back to Ducharme. And that will be a turnover to Providence. So Ducharme and Edwards will both go to the bench after that play.
There are almost no words to describe what UConn just did on that fast break. It's not good decision making.
Yeah. Nelson-Agoda back into the ball game. That's her on Olson. Shepard cut off. Olson rolls and gets the shot to go up and over Kristen Williams.
What a terrific play there from 2 freshmen, Shepard to Olson. Great sign of the future for Providence.
Inside of 2 to go in this third quarter here at Alumni Hall in Providence. Got a foul underneath. That's going to be on Nika. Who's that going to be on? Mule?
Nika Mule for an illegal screen.
A pattern we've seen over and over again from this UConn team. Toward the end of a quarter, toward the end of a period, the performance level just kind of noses over a little bit. Ball on the floor for Shepard. No.
Look at that hustle.
That was it, Fosa. Shot clock running down. 3. Shepard throws one up, hits iron. Long rebound to Williams. Tries to go it all the way, and they will call the charge.
I thought she shuffled her feet before they would call a charge. Let's see if Fosa gets back. I thought she sold it better than the actual foul. I thought Williams tried to stop.
Well, it'll be first and second, and the turnover to Providence with under a minute to go in the third quarter. Westbrook will foul Crooms, trying to get the steal.
And Crowley is going, come down. You know, you can't throw that cross-court pass like that. Like that one up in the air, that's just right to get picked off. They're lucky that Westbrook was just a little late and committed the foul.
So St. Andrew's School is a prep school just across the Providence River from this campus that has turned out a lot of really top-flight basketball players like Michael Carter-Williams, Bonzi Colson. And Janae Crooms is the first female basketball player from the St. Andrew's School to have her number retired.
That's pretty incredible. She had an outstanding high school career, started out her college career, Ohio State for 2 years, Michigan State for a year, Crowley and Providence. Love that she transferred in here this year.
Very happy to have her.
And she played AAU ball with Caroline G. Sharman, her sister.
Here's A.Z. Flood. In the traffic, will draw a foul. It's going to be Olsen's third, Olivia Olsen.
Nice cut, nice recognition. What you have to do when you get in the lane in traffic, you either got to score or get fouled. A savvy play there from the freshman.
So after missing 11 games, A.Z. Flood comes back and scores 15 points at DePaul the other night. And I think the even more noteworthy aspect of that is that most of those points were in the second half when the game was on the line.
Yeah, she had to make some big shots.
12 of her 15 points in the second half.
And some of those threes that she hit were at critical points where her team really needed a bucket.
So Nika Mule goes to the bench. Aaliyah Edwards comes back into the ball game. Huskies apply a little pressure on the inbound pass. Crooms gets the inbound from Ifosa. See that big brace on Ifosa's knee. She missed most of last season coming back from an injury. Nelson Adoda will knock that away. I correct myself. She suffered that injury at the end of last season and missed all of the summer and part of the beginning of this season recovering. Baskerville, the left-hand floater over Nelson Adoda, gets her own miss. Sampson drives, floats, and got it. And a foul. No, they'll call the charge.
I thought Edwards was there. Crowley doesn't agree. But I thought Aaliyah Edwards was there. Flood gets beat off the dribble. Look at her. She got there. She's outside the arc.
So another review forthcoming. And it may be to see whether Aaliyah Edwards' feet were on that restricted area arc or not. And we'll find out for sure in just a second, but I suspect that's what they're going to have a look at. Sarah Williams coming over to let us know what the call is. And has a collision with the mascot on her way back onto the court.
Of course there's a collision.
Yeah. Okay, so confirming that's what they're looking at?
Yeah, they're trying to. Crowley contested this call, saying were her feet outside the restricted area, and that angle proves that they were not.
They were not. So Lauren Sampson's going to get a bucket. And Aaliyah Edwards is going to get a foul.
So it's a block and the bucket is good.
Yes.
Crooms is loving this home crowd, trying to get him even louder.
And for a Sunday night after a blizzard, in a game with location change and time change, pretty good crowd tonight here in Providence. All right, so here is, after some time, Lauren Sampson, the junior from Waltham, Massachusetts, stepping to the free throw stripe. Sampson was injured late in her freshman season, spent most of her sophomore season last year catching up, according to Jim Crowley. And that rattles around and out. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Baskerville defending Westbrook, who will not get a shot away. And will not get a foul. And that will be how the third quarter ends. So it's an 8-point lead for UConn as we go to the fourth. Our game reset presented by Ford. It is an 8-point lead. Huskies led by 13 at the half, but the Friars went on a little run at the end of that third quarter. Janae Crooms leading the way for the home squad. Kristen Williams is leading the way for UConn. And Janae Crooms, she's been everywhere, it seems like, for Providence.
Well, I mean, her experience shines through. The nice aggressive take and the pretty finish. How about the strength, splitting the double team in the low post and the finishing? And it's not only inside, the step back three with a hand in the face. I tell you, the kid, she's got 2 threes, 19 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. And she's, you know, Jim Crowley told me before the game, she's a leader and been a great mentor for these kids, and she has them believing.
Check with Maria Marino.
Hey, Alan, Gino said in that huddle he's not happy that Providence is getting layups and fouls against UConn. He said, I don't understand that. When there's a loose ball, they're all over it. We have to go harder, especially on the boards.
That's a good point. I mean, the rebounding is one, but 50-50 balls, I think it goes to the white jerseys.
Really impressed with the energy that Providence has brought the entire game. Going to be a foul called.
Well, UConn is clapping, so it's against Providence.
I think they called that on Janae Crooms.
A 3-second
3-second call? Okay.
One of my least favorite calls in the game. Just tell the kid to get out of the lane. You don't have to blow the whistle. If she continues to offend, then you blow the whistle.
AZ Fudd. No. Nelson Adota skies for the rebound, gets it knocked out of her hands by Baskerville. And I believe they're going to call Baskerville for a foul. Yes, they will.
Yeah, she was clapping as if something good was going to happen, and they called her for the foul.
That's her third. And the look of consternation on her face. All right, so 20 seconds for UConn to shoot. Williams inside to Nelson Adota, gets good position and was able to spin before the double team came.
Well, she felt where the defensive pressure was and spun around. Smart move, didn't waste any time and kept the ball up.
8 points for Nelson Adota tonight, who spent a lot of time in the beginning of the game on the bench because she got in early foul trouble. Baskerville gets stripped by Aaliyah Edwards, and then there's a heavy collision and a foul. Foul's going to be on Baskerville. I think their heads might have bumped on the way down.
Aaliyah Edwards went down hard, and while Baskerville picked up her fourth, I think her head
heads
hit.
Bang right there together. Watch their two heads. Oh, it's head to shoulder.
Yeah, I think her head right here hit the floor. A brutal collision there.
So they'll send Caroline Ducharme back into the ball game and call Aaliyah Edwards to the bench.
Not only did she hit the right side of her head, but her left hand she's favoring. Her whole arm.
So Janelle Francisco down there to have a chat with Aaliyah Edwards, athletic trainer for the Huskies.
Had a very busy year.
Yes, she has.
She is terrific. They are in very good hands with Janelle.
Quick foul whistled underneath, and that's going to be Alyssa Geary, and that'll be her fourth. So two of the bigs for Providence suddenly with 4 fouls, and Geary will head back out of the game. Ten-point UConn lead. Nelson Adota using her height and gets a bucket.
I mean, they should give it to her every single time. They cannot stop her.
Here is Shepard. Sampson. Intercepted. Ducharme intercepted the pass.
Great anticipation.
She runs and gets rewarded. Fudd to Ducharme for 2. Timeout, Providence. Defense turning into offense, common theme in these UConn parts. Right there, the steal and the score. Caroline Ducharme. .6-0 run for the Huskies to start the fourth quarter has UConn leading by 14. We have had a chance to bring you a lot of great moments in UConn history over the past 10 years. SNY has brought you these games. Here's one from 6 years ago.
Number 3, Morgan Tuck. Number 4, Mariah Jefferson. Number 30, Brianna Stewart.
Can't do any better than to leave your 4 years in stores with 4 championship banners on the walls.
I mean, that particular group was incredible. There have been a lot of incredible players that have played here, and that'll be an excellent show.
So this current season's UConn squad comes back onto the floor, having lit up Providence a bit to start this fourth quarter, though so far in this game they've not been able to put this Providence team away. It is a 14-point advantage, though. Still 8 minutes to go in the ballgame.
Providence has just played so steady. They played well defensively, and 2 of their better players, who averaged between them 23, have only scored 4. They really missed the production of Geary and Shepard.
Shot clock running down, 5 to shoot. Crooms. Got it. Off balance, time running out, and it goes. 22 points for Janae Crooms. Nobody else on Providence has more than 5 in the ballgame.
I mean, that's leadership stepping up. She's played in Big Ten games.
Fudd. Nelson Adota kicked out to Westbrook. Yes!
That's a huge 30 from the senior. Don't look at the score so much, but her team needed it for the momentum. She needed that for her confidence.
9 points for Avina tonight. 3 of 5, 2 of 4 from outside. Sampson cut off by Westbrook. Crooms cut off by Westbrook. 10 to shoot. From the corner, Shepard, no. Fight for the rebound, won by the Huskies.
And Shepard 0 for 4 from three-point range, only 1 of 13 from the floor. The kid averages 12 a game.
Ducharme has really come on fire after starting the game struggling from shooting. Here's Fudd. Tried to feed it between defenders. Cut off. Nelson Adota from outside. 5 to shoot. That will be a turnover.
She just needs to shoot that ball.
Here is Janae Crooms. Fires inside. Give and go. Ducharme was there. She'll draw the foul.
I mean, Crooms knew that was the play, and the middle was wide open. She passed and cut with a purpose. Watch, the kid comes up, she throws it to her. That's just a textbook give and go. That's seeing the play develop and see it before it happens. Great play.
Career high for Janae Crooms is 27 points. That was her 23rd that just went in the bucket. And I'm talking career high from her time at Ohio State, Michigan State. And they both go there. 24 now. And by the way, 2 years of eligibility left, including this one for Janae Crooms. Williams off the Ducharme screen, then puts it on the floor, goes all the way to the rim.
Terrific decision by Williams. Fake the 3. Defense is off balance. Take him to the rim.
Audrey Cook. Now Shepard. Feeds in nicely into the paint to Olsen. She can't put the ball up and in. Gets her own miss, though. Here's Shepard again from just inside the free throw line. No. Ducharme in a tangle of bodies.
Dude, that was a second defensive rebound Ducharme tried to get. She's got to initiate contact, box out, and then force that call over the back. You go straight up for it, they're not going to call it.
So a fresh 20-second shot clock for Providence. Mary Baskerville back into the game with 4 fouls. They get it inbound to Scott. Draws the foul on the circus shot attempt between defenders.
Another late whistle. It looked like Ducharme's left hand did smack her. Good aggressive take through the lane. Why come down like that with the left arm?
That's what they're looking for every time.
I mean, if she makes that circus shot, well then, God bless her. You know, you can't do much about that, but don't make it easy and give her 2 freebies at the line.
So third foul on Ducharme. Nariah Scott, freshman from Holden, Massachusetts, which is just north of Worcester.
Another AAU teammate of Caroline Ducharme.
Yep. Missed the first 7 games of the season injured. And has played her way back into form. Kristen Williams. Yes! Rattled around and went in.
Used the screen nicely, set by Olivia Nelson-Adota.
$17 for Williams. Baskerville. Ooh. Westbrook went flying in for a steal. Didn't get it and didn't foul. There's Crooms. Working on Ducharme. Nelson-Adota was coming to help. Change directions. 5 to shoot. Down on the floor. They're going to call a foul. I want to see who they're going to call it on. They're going to call it on Easy Fudd. Didn't see it, but it gets us to a timeout. Kristen Williams leading the way on the scoreboard for UConn tonight. Here's a couple more of her 17. 4:48 to go here in Providence. I said I didn't like the foul call. I don't think Coach liked it much either.
No, and he's like, what, just because somebody falls down, there's got to be a foul? I didn't think it was a great call. I'd like to see it again.
Usually ask him, we can do that.
So Fudd reaches in. Gosh, you know what? It looks like she hit her on the arm. By that angle, she hit her on the arm. The hand is part of the ball, but it looked like she hit her. I can't argue with that call.
All right, so with 20 seconds to shoot, Providence will attempt to inbound the ball. Leah Edwards will knock it away. Avita Westbrook will get it knocked away after she made the steal. Baskerville and Fudd will tie the ball up. And so UConn will take over.
It was an outstanding defensive play by Westbrook, stepping in, stealing the ball, and then lost it. Good hustle all around.
14-point lead for UConn as we hit 4.5 to go.
She was wide open inside. Nelson-Adota.
Fudd? No. Bodies hit the floor. No foul called. Here's Geary back into the game with 4 fouls. She'll try and take it to herself, to the rim, and she'll draw the foul on Nelson-Adota. That will be her 3rd.
Again, you come down hard with the right arm. You're always going to get called for the foul. It's a nice aggressive take by Geary. Well guarded until that point. Just keep your hand up.
So Alyssa Geary, the only player to start all 19 games that Providence has played this season, as they've had their rash of the injuries and illnesses go through the squad, has had a tough night scoring-wise here against UConn. 2 points on 0 of 7 from the floor. And now adding on from the free throw strike. Great play off the Edwards screen by Kristen Williams and Aaliyah Edwards.
Really good cut there by Williams. Edwards almost too lofty with the pass, but the good catch and finish by Williams.
Geary working on Edwards. Tosses inside to Baskerville, cut off by Nelson Adota. Wow, has to make a fling back in bounds. Now Coombs has the ball, lost it, trying to cross over. And foul going to be called from behind. And that is going to be on Mary Baskerville, and that should be it for her.
How about that give and go? Now look, a little too lofty, nice catch. You want that ball fired in there just so it gets there faster, so there's less time needed. That lofty ball gives the defense a chance to recover quicker. Good finish by Williams.
So the Enfield, Connecticut senior has fouled out of this game with 3:30 to go. Huskies with a 15-point lead. Nelson Adota. Kristen Williams guarded closely by Coombs that time. Avina Westbrook. Yes.
Nice play in the flow of the offense coming off the screen. Marking orders back here on the defensive end. That's what leaders do.
11 points for Westbrook. Let's check in with Maria.
Yeah, Alan, in January leading up to tonight, Avina Westbrook averaging about 8 points per game. I asked her to evaluate her play recently. She said she's been in a bit of a slump, but that everyone goes through that at some point. She's still trying to attack, but it's not really about scoring points for her. What's important is her team is winning and getting it done together, but she does want to be more aggressive both on the boards and on defense.
It's the best game we've seen in a little bit from Avina.
I think she's been aggressive, to Maria's point. She's been aggressive on both ends.
Geary runs into Aaliyah Edwards. The ball falls into Shepard's hands, and she'll get a couple. That's just her second field goal of the game, second made field goal of the game for Shepard, 2 of 16.
Yeah, I mean, as close as Providence is, they're within 15, but it would be a much different game if she was shooting the ball better. Just such an impressive freshman for Providence. And then on the other end, Kristen Williams, the senior, what an evening she is having. You know, she's moving well without the basketball. They're working well as a team offensively when they move. That's the key. Attacking, that's when she's at her best. Reads the defense really well. I mean, that's just outstanding. Reading the defense, getting Coombs off balance, faking the three, reading the D, and taking it to the hole.
Those 7 rebounds, they lead the team in this game. Kristen Williams, not just in scoring and rebounding.
It doesn't bode well for the forwards and center.
There's an intercepted pass. And end-to-end, Mariah Scott.
So how about that after a timeout? They turn it over.
That's the stuff that makes the coach very frustrated.
You're being kind.
And he's trying to be. Kristen Williams blocked. Who else? Janae Coombs. Aaliyah Edwards with her all the way down the floor. She'll throw it up over Nelson Adota and draw a foul.
You know, what Edwards has got to do is stop the ball. Running alongside it doesn't really do anything. You got to get ahead of it and stop it. So she's got to rethink and redirect.
So the foul, the 4th on Olivia Nelson Adota. And look at the numbers on Janae Coombs tonight.
mean, she's just about doubled her numbers. Wow.
Reminder that full recap of tonight's game, plus Gino Oriana's post-game news conference on the UConn Women's Basketball post-game show presented by Geico right after the game. Gary and Kara standing by. And the missed free throw. And the Huskies will get away with just one of two there. Minute 20 to go in this ball game in Providence. 63rd meeting between Providence and UConn.
A lot of standing around by blue jerseys.
Shot clock running down. 2-1. Not even going to get a shot off.
What did those dribbles accomplish? I mean, that's what's frustrating. You see that there's 4 seconds on the shot clock when you get the ball and you stand there and you dribble between your legs. That's what makes him crazy.
And do you see the pattern that I feel that at the end of quarters, a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, they stop attacking. And it happens at different times. It's certainly happening at the end of these quarters, the third and the fourth.
Yeah. Steal gone for, missed, results in an Olivia Olson basket, and that is going to be a quick foul by Noia Scott, if nothing else, to stop the clock. With 45.4 to go in the game, Friars down 10.
The frustration for Gino is his team goes through long stretches at various times where maybe they're up by 10, 15, and then they take their foot off the gas and they let the other team back. Now it's only a 10-point game.
So here is Avina Westbrook at the free throw stripe. After that bit of slump that Maria talked about a little bit ago, Avina Westbrook has had double-figure scoring in 2 of the last 3 games. And will again tonight here in Providence. So make it 3 of 4 for the 5th-year senior. Timeout, Providence. So the 4th of 4 straight on the road will be Wednesday night, the long trip to Creighton. Last time the Huskies only came away with an 8-point win back on January 9th. And Jim Crowley's Friars just played Creighton on Friday night. He said to me, that game Wednesday is going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, Creighton is really good. And if you remember, they pressed UConn in the 4th quarter and made a huge run and made the game really difficult. They're a well-coached team. They shoot the ball well. They share the ball well. It's going to be a beauty.
They've got like 12 players that they play, all of them in a big rotation, and none of them are afraid to shoot. And so it'll be a good one. That's Wednesday night at 7 here on SNY from Omaha. Ed Cooley here. His Providence men got a big win earlier today. 2-point win over Marquette.
Great win.
And by the way,
for the Friars, and his cousin is playing in this game, right?
That was my point. Janae Crooms is the cousin of PC's men's coach, Ed Cooley.
And I happen to know, as Shepard knocks down a tough shot, Gino Oriana is also really good friends with Ed Cooley.
Yeah. It has the Friar men playing well. Less than 30 seconds to go in the game. UConn's lead is 10. Shot clock again running down, single digits. Westbrook with the step back, no. And a Providence rebound. So UConn will go to 8-0 in first place in the Big East and 13-4 on the season. Providence will go to 9-11, 4-7 in conference play. And the streak for UConn over Providence will go now to 30 consecutive wins. The Huskies over the Friars, but this was an intensely played game tonight here in Providence for sure.
I tell you what, Providence is better than their record, and they played so tough at home, and the full crowd here loved it.
Well, Janae Crooms for Providence led the way for the Friars. 27 points, equaling her career high. And tonight's player of the game presented by Cadillac for UConn was the senior Kristen Williams. 19 points, really efficient shooting, led the team in rebounding tonight.
Yeah, she had an energy about her. You know, she played well. She attacked.
All right, Maria Marino is with the head coach.
Coach, you missed Dorka Juhas tonight. How does your team continue to handle any adversity thrown its way?
Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. You know, we let ourselves get up to like a 15-point lead, 16-point lead, and but it's been one thing after another. We're just trying to constantly find who can get it done that night, and it's just been a struggle, all season long, and tonight was not that much different.
Well, tonight it was Kristen Williams getting it done. What did you like from her?
Well, I thought she was aggressive, and I thought she was looking to score different ways, going to the basket and not just settling for one thing or another. But we need better flow in our offense. I thought this was one of the worst offensive performances we had all year. There's just no rhyme or rhythm to it, and we got to take care of that before Wednesday.
Right, you have Creighton, so how do you prepare for them? They played you tough last time.
Well, yeah, and they're even better at home, and they score a lot of points, and we're going to have to figure out, how to get more people involved in our offense so that we don't rely too much on one person.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Alan?
All right, Maria, thanks. Thoughts of Gino Auriemma after his Huskies wrap up a 69-61 win tonight here in Providence. More to come from Alumni Hall in a minute. Kristen Williams leading the way for the Huskies.